Hey y'all, and welcome to Bradley the Singing Chef. This is probably going to be one of the shortest videos I ever do because it's mainly about assembly more than it really is about cooking. But today I'm going to show you what I call my ultimate Caprese salad. Lots of store-bought ingredients go into the dish and there's very minimal cooking, like I said, so stick with me. I think you're going to love this one. So I went to the store and I bought some buffalo mozzarella that was already sliced in the package, so I got that ready on the standby. That's our cheese. Then I got some heirloom tomatoes. I got one yellow, a couple of reds. I've already sliced one red. And while I'm slicing those, I've got a pan over here on medium heat. And I also just went to the deli and bought some prosciutto. This is the salty element of goodness. It is the reason I can kind of call this an ultimate Caprese. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these prosciutto slices and I'm gonna throw them into this dry pan over here, and they are going to crisp up all by themselves because why have bacon when you can have prosciutto? Alright, put the other slice in there. We'll do 3 to start, and then we'll see if we're more greedy than that. Perfect. 3 of those, and I'm going to keep slicing my tomatoes. Let's look on this yellow one. I'm just going to trim off the stem end. Didn't quite get to that stem. There we go. Then just some pretty hefty slices of the yellow. And trim off the end of that one as well. Toss those to the side, don't need those. Same process with this other red. Just get the stem, toss that to the side, and slice through. Oh, these tomatoes are beautiful. That is perfect. And this one had a big enough end, it's just gonna be a snack. Oh yeah. And just as quick as that, my prosciutto is already working hard over here. Starting to crisp up on one side, so I'm going to turn it over, give it some love. On the other side, you don't want these to be chewy. You really want them to crisp up like crispy bacon. And just because I have enough room in the pan, and I am in fact greedy when it comes to anything related to bacon. I've got enough room for another slice. Don't judge me. All right. Come on, okay. Let's get you in there too. Awesome. All right, while that is working, I'm gonna start assembling here on my platter. I think with this rectangular platter, I'm going to do this kind of like a diagonal, I think. So I'm just going to alternate tomato, mozzarella, tomato, mozzarella. I'm trying to put the ones that are kind of a similar size next to each other. We're just going to go all the way down the diagonal of this platter. Look at that. Caprese salad does not get the credit it is due. It is one of my favorite salads to order in a restaurant, but it is much cheaper to make it yourself at home, I assure you. And it lasts for quite a while. Let's actually put this last yellow, another mozz, one more red. Look at that. Already that is beautiful. Wipe my hands a little bit. Check on my prosciutto. Oh, let's get in there, y'all. A little bit of love in a dry pan, and it does the work for you. so good. Okay, let's keep talking ingredients. So, we've got our tomatoes, we've got our mozzarella, we've got our prosciutto working in the pan. Next thing I'm going to do is I've got some fresh basil leaves here. I'm going to just rip off a few of these bad boys. 3, 4. To start with anyway. And then I'm going to do a chiffonade cut on these to make ribbons of this beautiful green basil. It has a nice lemony flavor to it. I'm just going to stack the leaves on top of each other. Just like this. I love the smell of basil. So fresh. Alright, once you get them all stacked up, you're going to roll them from the pointy end of the leaf down to the stem, kind of like a cigar, all the way down to the stems. And then you just take your knife, trim off the stems, push those to the side, you don't need those, and then you just run your knife through sideways through that roll, and just like that, you have beautiful ribbons of green, fresh basil. That is going to rain all over our salad here, from top to tail. Contrast to that green against the beautiful white and yellow and red. I mean, come on. Doesn't get any prettier than that. Let's check on our prosciutto again. See how we're doing. We're getting there. Still needs a little bit more time to get fully crispy. I'm going to crank up my heat a little bit to push the process along this skosh. Get those nice and toasty. Alright, next ingredient that I need is some salt and pepper, some seasoning all over all the tomatoes and the mozzarella. Mozzarella itself doesn't have a ton of salt flavor. So after I do some salt and pepper all over the top, I've also got some shaved Parmesan cheese for some added salt. Just put that all over the plate. Then a little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil over everything. Kind of serves as your dressing. Lastly, you can probably find this in your grocery store, anywhere you find oils and vinegars. There will be a vinegar section and there's all kinds of vinegars, but they actually make bottled balsamic vinegar glaze. And that is where it's at. Now you could take some balsamic vinegar yourself, put it in a pan and reduce it down to a glaze. But honestly, if the grocery store will help you out, I'm all for it. You're automatically gonna have the right consistency. Comes in a squeeze bottle just like this to put over the top of that. All right, one more check on this prosciutto. Oh yeah. I'm gonna let my prosciutto go for maybe just one more solitary minute before I'm ready to chop it up and get it going with the rest of this beautiful salad. I'll be back in just a minute. All right, y'all, my prosciutto literally only needed about one more minute in the pan. I took it out, put it out on some paper towel to drain. These little slices of heaven over here. I'm just gonna stack all 4 of those up and just roughly chop my knife through one direction and then the other. Now, that is what I call a bacon bite, not a bacon bit. Then I'm just going to take that beautiful prosciutto and all over the top of that beautiful salad. It goes. I mean, it's like food art. You can have it any way you want it. Add, subtract, whatever you want to on top of this dish, but I promise you this combination is really the ultimate. Lastly, that beautiful balsamic glaze that we talked about, it's just gonna get a quick, beautiful drizzle all over everything. Come on, look at that platter. I mean, that is party food. That is worth having people over when you can to eat all of that. Oh my gosh. It's almost too pretty to eat, but not that pretty because I'm gonna have some for sure. Thank you so much for joining me on Bradley the Singing Chef. I think you're gonna love this super easy but decadent, beautiful salad. I hope you will try this recipe with your loved ones and your friends and your family. Thank you so much for joining me here on Bradley the Singing Chef. Would love for you to like and subscribe to these videos, share them with your friends, get in the kitchen. Bon appetit, y'all. Eat well, love always.